he has a huge fight. Boxing got a good fight finally, right? It's been a little while since we've had a.
I'm glad he's got a big fight like that. I'm glad Plant decided to fight him because it's also good for Plant too. I mean, Plant needs this kind of fight to put himself back on that big stage.
Mm-hmm. Now Plant looked very good in his last fight out. He had Steve Breadman Edwards in his corner in addition to the team. Seemed to kind of sit on his punches a little bit more and showed right with the knockout with Durrell. I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel you've told me that David edges it out. I may be wrong.
Yeah, well, Plant fought a guy on his way out, as we're supposed to do as managers and trainers, find the opponents that are going to give you the best bang for your buck. Durrell 3 or 4 years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, maybe would have been a different fight than it was then. Plant's very good fighter, good hand speed. I'm glad that Steven's in his corner now because it just, that's a guy that's very knowledgeable about the whole sport, the whole sport. So if he's in his corner, he's going to get a little more input on that higher level. But he's fighting a guy that is going to be difficult to beat at this stage. Give him another 5-6 years, so he gets a little older and gets a little undisciplined, then it may be easier. But at this point, it's going to be difficult to beat David Benavidez.
For anybody.
Anybody.
Just going back to the Plant Benavidez fight real quick. Stylistically, how does it look in the ring? Is it kind of like a setting traps kind of a fight, or is it like a kind of breakdown, like one guy's going to start breaking down the other type of thing, back and forth? I don't know. How does it play out?
David is very good at setting traps. David is exceptional at setting traps. David is exceptional at planning what he wants to do next. The only problem I see with David, sometimes he gets a little lackadaisical and it's too easy for him in his mind. It's too easy for him in the ring, so he gets a little lazy. But Plant's a good fighter. He's going to have to stay on his P's and Q's there. But I just see David breaking him down little by little, and maybe not be a destructive knockout towards the end, but I think he stops him late, or it's a 16-12, 17-13 kind of fight.
David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. It's
gonna be a good fight.
It's a really good one.
That's a fight I'll go see.
You have trouble picking between that one because Caleb looked, improved with Breadman.
I'm leaning towards Caleb, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Caleb because Caleb is very smart. Caleb can fight, man, and he's very smart. He's not a fool. And after going through the Canelo fight, I think that made him a better fighter. And sometimes it takes a fight like that to see whether you're gonna go here or there, and I think he went there. He went to that next level.
Benavidez versus Plant.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I can't wait for that one. I'm always a fan, you know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see that. Benavidez is the man like Tank, you know what I'm saying? And Caleb Plant, that's my dude. I call him the slickest white boy in boxing. Love him. Every time I see him, he's never different, so I wish both of them the best. I can't wait to see that fight.
Stylistically, how does it look in the ring, do you think?
Gotta wait till they get the ring. You know what I'm saying? Because the last fight I watched, Caleb Plant, he was on some different stuff. So I just can't wait.
His feet.
Yeah. So I can't wait.
David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant.
Oh man, that's a good fight, man. That's a good fight. You got a guy that comes in behind the jab, almost similar to Spence and Crawford that they fight. But Caleb is a good boxer though too. So I think if Caleb can withstand his pressure, Caleb could win. But I don't know about him withstanding that pressure though. And that's another thing. Caleb got to do the same thing I just got finished saying too. He got the boxing, frustrating, time up, and just win the fight. Don't try to go for the knockout. Let it come. You know what I mean? And Benavidez is coming. And he throws a lot of punches. So, that's a good fight, man. I can't call that. That's a good fight. I like both of them. You know what I mean? Just like Crawford and Spence. I like both of them.
With those two guys, though, with Benavidez and Plant, they don't like each other. Do you think that plays out a certain way in the ring? Like maybe one touches the other and now they got to get it back kind of a thing?
I think somebody going to really get messed up. What I mean by that, since they don't like each other, you know what I mean? Whoever got the hatred in them the most, I think that's the one going to lose. Whoever got their hatred in the most. The other one that sit back is cool and calm, you know what I mean? Talking about fight, I think he'll win. You know what I mean?
And not fighting today.
We got Benavidez and Caleb Plant coming up. What do you think about that one?
Benavidez and Caleb Plant. At the risk of sounding like, I've studied these guys and watched them and can put together the strategy that they're going to have to win the fight. I don't have that. I haven't done that. So, you know, you're asking me to go out on a limb, but I say Benavidez in the decision.
Derrick, just want to get your quick take. David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, man. Stylistically, how does that play out in the ring?
Good fight. I like it. Good fight. You just never know.
Has maybe like the better footwork, the better ring IQ in your opinion?
So Caleb is very athletic and very skilled. Benavidez is very fast and very, strong also. So I mean, it's a good fight.
Yes. Yeah. How is Caleb Plant looking in camp? Or is he in camp? I don't know.
We haven't started yet.
So if you haven't started yet, if my math is correct, we're beginning of January, so we're not looking at till like March, April. Then I know a date hasn't come out. I don't know what you could say about it.
I can't give out the date, but we're going to be starting.
Before April?
I can't really say.
No, all right. Well, it's going to be
the
good.
fight's going to happen.
Whatever happens,
it's going to happen.
It's going to be good. Talk to me about you mentioned it at the press conference, but there was like a moment, or maybe it wasn't a moment exactly, but there was a time in camp where you realized, man, if you sit down on your punches a little bit more, you can really put a hurting on people. Describe to me kind of how that happened, what you saw, and what
just saw like little things that he was doing in camp. That, I caught the pads with him so you could feel it, and I just, I knew that he had a lot more power than he's been shown.
Was there something he was doing that, as he was fighting, was it showing the power, did you think?
It's a lot of little things. It's hard to explain in like an interview. You have to see it in the gym, but it was just like he had a lot of untapped power, and a lot of it was his personality of, not really, going for certain things. You know what I mean? He's a pure boxer by nature.
How do you change that?
I don't want to change it. I don't want to change it at all. You know what I mean? I want him to still do all the things that got him here. He happened to be a pure boxer that can punch.
With the seemingly deeply personal issues that they have, David and Caleb, are you concerned about that at all?
No.
Why are you not?
Because the last camp he showed me the discipline of not taking things personal and not fighting upset. So he'll be okay with that.
Do you think David will be able to kind of hold his temper?
I don't care. That don't got nothing to do with me. He got to figure that out. I just got to worry about my guy. But if he don't, he don't. If he do, he do. It's on him. You know what I mean? We still got to fight at the end of the day.
David fights with a lot of volume, a lot of combinations, 4 or 5 punch combinations sometimes.
He has fast hands. Yes.
Right, fast hands as well. But Caleb is no slouch in the speed department and stuff like that.
Fast too.
Right.
They're both fast.
Do you see like a boxing match or like maybe more of like a calculated kind of like?
You never know, man.
To set up
you never know.
Type of thing?
Sometimes two guys got to get into the ring and then you find out who the puncher is once they get in there. So I don't really know. It's hard to tell. I can't really say. I don't think David's a big one-punch guy, but he's not hitting me. You know what I mean? So I got to see how Caleb feel about how he punch and feel his strength and all that kind of stuff. I got to feel all of that. I got to feel Caleb out and see. You know what I mean? But we prepare for anything.
Are you just in a boxing fan's frame of mind? Are you kind of looking forward to the build-up, being that they've been talking so long? This has kind of been going on for a while.
I'm just looking forward to seeing my guy reach his dreams, man. He want to win the title again. He want to go down as one of the best guys in the division, history of the division, and that's just that. My fan hat is off. I'm his trainer now, so that's how I'm looking at it. I just want to see my guy do great and get whatever he earns.
Just going back to his last fight, did he perform kind of the things, the tactics that you were kind of implementing?
He fought a great fight. He caught on really quick.
I'll let you go, Breadman. I know you got to get up there. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
And you guys got a big one, man. I can't wait to get to it. Couldn't wait to talk to you about it. Obviously David and Caleb both announced that they're fighting next year. Before we get into that, just what did you think of Caleb's last performance against Darrell? He was, new trainer and Breadman Edwards. Looked more aggressive, looked to be sitting down on his punches more. What was your analysis of that fight?
To be honest with you, it was a boring fight.
it was pretty close, but he ended up very well. He closed the show with a hook, and he dropped Darrell. At the end of the day, that's what people want to see, and he had to do that in order, to get to this fight. I think, to give him more confidence. He looked spectacular. What can you say? When you stop somebody, But earlier, it was pretty even to me, in my opinion, But he closed the show in a good fashion way, and that's why I think we make this happen a little bit faster.
That was kind of going to be my next kind of question. Do you think because he got the knockout victory and maybe the confidence that comes with that made the when the contract came around for David Benavidez, made it a little a little easier to sign?
Yeah,
on
I think
his
that
end?
helped a lot in his camp. We've been trying to find this clown for almost 5 years. This is personal. This is a fight that we wanted more than Canelo Alvarez. This is a fight that we've been trying to make for 5 years, man. We did send him a contract. He says, no, I didn't send him a contract. We did offer several times, like about 4 or 5 times. We offered him to fight when we had a belt, when we didn't have a belt, when we had the belt. Now that David's an interim champion too, we've been trying to get this clown, He's a good fighter, don't get me wrong. He's a very dangerous fighter. He has a lot of skills, but these are the fights that the fans want to see. David and Caleb, it's a big fight. He accepted the fight. They put a little bit of pressure on him that he had to fight David. And, you can run, but you can't hide. So finally, they say you got to face David, you got to face the Mexican monster, And of course, the only way that it happened is because, okay, I'm going to fight him, but I need to have, on that night, I need to fight with rival gloves. I need a 22-foot boxing ring. I need a blue corner. I want to come out last. I want to be announced last, and I'm told, yeah, sure, you can have all that, At the end of the day, if I said no to a blue corner, he's going to try to find a way out. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to find a way out. And so they told me, are you going to, so yeah, that's what, those are the requirements in order to fight David. And I told him, done, give him everything he wants. And they told me, well, you're going to talk to David and confirm that? I'm like, no, it's done, 100% it's done. David's going to tell me the same thing. He wants to get in there and fuck him up, That's all he wants to do. It doesn't matter if he comes like a champion, like a diva, like a superstar. He just wants to fuck him up, So we made that deal. I came back and I told David the stupid, ridiculous things he was asking for. And he said, yeah, let him have him. I just want to get him in there and kick his ass, So David's super motivated, super happy, because at the end of the day, it's a challenge for him. Like I said, he's a good fighter, and he looked spectacular, I don't know what the fuck he's using or whatever, but now he's looking a little bit stronger. You never seen that pop, So I'm just hoping he doesn't fight a way out. He makes it to the fight with whatever powers he's possessing now. David's gonna knock him out, no matter what.